Show me a person who has never made a mistake, and I'll show you someone who has never achieved much. Age is just a number. It's totally irrelevant unless, of course, you happen to be a bottle of wine. Only fine cigars are worth smoking, and only men who smoke fine cigars are worth kissing. The secret of having a personal life is not answering to many questions about it. I never think about age. I believe your age is totally how you feel. I've seen women of 35 who are old and people of 75 who are young. As long as I look after myself physically, mentally, and emotionally, I'll stay young. After a certain age, you get the face you deserve. It's no one's fault to be born ugly, but honestly, must it be worn as a symbol of pride? I've always maintained that there is a very fine line between a daring, sexy older woman and mutton dressed as lamb. I think bare legs in winter are idiotic, unless your naked pins are toned, tanned, and veinless. It's best to cover up. There is nothing more elegant in winter than dark tights worn with matching knee-length boots and a belted trench coat. I think it has something to do with being British. We don't take ourselves as seriously as some other countries do. I think a lot of people take themselves far too seriously. I find that a very tedious attitude. My parents instilled in me that life was going to be very difficult and that I'd have to work for everything. Most ankle strap shoes are seriously unattractive, cutting the line of the leg, as well as cutting off the circulation. Try dancing in them. Your feet will look like a pair of overdone hot dogs afterwards. I don't believe in eating junk, and I protect my face all the time from the sun, even in the winter with base and makeup. If you eat junk, you look like junk. People say it's not my fault. It's my glands. It's not. It's greed. One of the rules about being an actor or an actress is that you never diss other actors or actresses, particularly when you don't know them. I've 3 children, 3 grandchildren. I work, I travel, and I'm very happily married. I'm very satisfied and happy with my life, and there really isn't anything I want. I have always tried to live my life with enthusiasm and pleasure. I mean, I'm a war baby, and we had rationing, and we didn't have sugar and sweets, which is very good for you in actual fact, because when we had a piece of fruit, we'd gulp it down. It was just great. I like to remember phone numbers because it keeps your brain active. If you don't use it, you lose it. I loathe conflict, and I loathe not getting along well with people, so I always try very hard to be on the best terms with the people I work with. Every woman should wear makeup. It takes years off. I'm wearing lots of false eyelashes today, and to me, lipstick is the best cosmetic that exists. I don't know why people are so obsessed with age anyway. I mean, 90 is the new 70, 70 is the new 50, and 50 is the new 40, so the whole act your age thing, only up to a point. Botox, I think, is poison. I would never put it into my face, and I'm needle phobic. I spend a lot of time keeping my face out of the sun and taking care of my skin and wearing makeup. The cosmetics industry has much to answer for. It's a multi-million-pound confidence trick based on giving women endless hope, courtesy of overpriced little pots. Of course, it's true. The public want to see young people. Young people are the people who go to the cinema. It's a sad fact of life, but you've got to accept it and not whine about it. I have a lot of male friends that I go the cinema with and movie and shopping. A lot of men friends I know love shopping. I have never been the mousy, stand 2 paces behind, obedient little woman type. You can't help getting older, but you can help yourself from becoming old and infirm in mind as well as body. If I hear the word retire, it makes me want to throw up. And then do what? Sit around all day watching television? Life is not life unless you make mistakes. I have the absolute utmost respect for soap opera actors now. They work harder than any actor I know in any other medium, and they don't get very much approbation for it. And the truth is, I've always taken very good care of my skin and always worn makeup. And I think of that again as I've written in several of my beauty books. a lot of health comes from the proper eating habits, which are something that, I come from a generation that didn't have a lot of food. I do it because I love acting. I love working, and whether it's radio, television, films, theater, I don't care as long as I can get out there and do it. If I need to cheer myself up, I will put on some fabulous 40s musical on video, but I'm very lucky. I seldom get depressed. Without question, I'm a glass half full person. In fact, it's 3/4 full. When I was at school, I was terrible at algebra and arithmetic, but I was always the best at English and literature, and acting, of course. And we have not found any generational gap at all. If he wants to go a football game, he goes. If I want to go to a fashion show, I go. We don't have to do everything together, but we like doing most things together. So-called designer bags are useless, and most are also ugly, faddish, and overpriced. Pared down and sleek is always best. Gone are the days when a gentleman lightly took your hand in his and brushed his lips across it, or tipped his hat to acknowledge you as he chivalrously stepped aside to let you pass. Basically though, I believe in eating well, not eating too much, but eating a variety of foods. I don't use email, iPhone, and fax. I think people who are hunched over their computer screens all day should get a life. I've never chased fame. I came into this business to be a theater actress. I was 9 when I first appeared on stage, but I can't say I would turn my back on fortune. I'm someone who enjoys the benefits of money. I think health is another exceedingly important thing. The easiest way to convince my kids that they don't really need something is to get it for them. The body is like a car. The older you become, the more care you have to take care of it, and you don't leave a Ferrari out in the sun. Dame Joan Henrietta Collins, born May 23, 1933, in Paddington, London, and brought up in Maida Vale, the daughter of Elsa Collins, Besant, a dance teacher, and Joseph William Collins, a talent agent whose clients would later include Shirley Bassey, the Beatles, and Tom Jones. Her father, a native of South Africa, was Jewish, and her British mother was Anglican. She had 2 younger siblings, Jackie, a novelist, and Bill, a property agent. She was educated at the Francis Holland School, an independent day school for girls in London. Collins is an English actress, author, and columnist. With a career spanning nearly 8 decades, Collins is the recipient of several accolades, including a Golden Globe Award, a People's Choice Award, 2 Soap Opera Digest Awards, and a Primetime Emmy Award nomination. She is one of the last surviving actresses from the golden age of Hollywood cinema. In 1983, Collins was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. She has been recognized for her philanthropy, particularly her advocacy towards causes relating to children, which has earned her many Hon hours. In 2015, she was made a dame by Queen Elizabeth II for her charitable services presented to her by the then Prince of Wales, Charles III. Trained as an actress in her teens at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, she signed to the Rank organization at the age of 17. Collins appeared only in a few film roles in the 1960s, notably starring in The Road to Hong Kong 1962 and Warning Shot 1967. Collins also appeared in the Star Trek episode The City on the Edge of Forever as Edith Keeler 1967 and Subterfuge 1968. Collins began to take on local roles again back in Britain in the 1970s, appearing in the films Revenge 1971, Quest for Love 1971, Tales from the Crypt 1972, Fear in the Night 1972, and Dark Places 1973, as well as Tales That Witness Madness 1973, Empire of the Ants 1977, which earned her a Saturn Award nomination, The Stud 1978, 0 to 60 1978, Game for Vultures 1979, and The Bitch 1979. From 1981 to 1989, she starred as Alexis Colby in the soap opera Dynasty, which made her an international superstar. It brought her critical acclaim, winning her the Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in a Television Series Drama in 1982, and earning her a nomination for the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series in 1984. In the 1990s and 2000s, Collins worked sporadically in acting. She took fewer film roles, most notably appearing in The Flintstones and Viva Rock Vegas 2000 and the TV movie These Old Broads 2001. Alongside Elizabeth Taylor, Debbie Reynolds, and Shirley MacLaine, she made her comeback to mainstream television in the 2010s, taking on recurring roles in the series Happily Divorced 2011-2013, The Royals 2001-2018, Benidorm 2001-2017, and American Horror Story Apocalypse 2018. Her first starring film role since the 1980s was The Time of Their Lives 2017, and she has also appeared in various independent films, which includes the critically acclaimed Jerry 2018,